Hare Krishna. So here's a very practical question. What's the difference between a brahmachari and a sannyasi? Many people, when they come to ISKCON especially, they see a lot of brahmacharis and sannyasis, and sometimes there's a confusion. Who do we call Prabhu? Who do we call Maharaj? They think the brahmachari is a sannyasi or sannyasi is a brahmachari. So we'll answer this in 3 points of the dressing style, their hierarchy in society, as well as their functionality, how they function. So first, let us see the dressing style. Now, brahmacharis and sannyasis, they both look the same because they wear saffron. Um, but actually, within brahmacharis also, there are various types of brahmacharis who wear different colors. Depending on the temple, sometimes the brahmachari wears white and they serve the temple. And after some time, the temple gives them, some temples they have this, they give them yellow as a training stage. And sometimes then later, when they spend some more time, they give them saffron color. So, in this way, a brahmachari may be in white also is a brahmachari, maybe in yellow is a brahmachari, he may be in saffron is a brahmachari. This is a brahmachari. But a sannyasi, they only wear saffron, right? They don't wear any other color. Now, a brahmachari also, one more thing that we may see, that their dhoti style tying is different from a sannyasi. What is known as a kacham, where there's a fold that comes between the legs. Sometimes people joke it's like the tail, they call it. It's not a tail, it's a tuck. So that fold which comes between the legs. So only a brahmachari would wear like that. But a sannyasi, they tie like how one would tie a lungi. So they don't have that fold that comes between the legs. Just they tie around their waist. That is a sannyasi. And a sannyasi carries a danda. A danda is that stick which sannyasis carry. Now, externally, it may look like one covering of a long rod, but actually, in Vaishnavism, in our Gaudiya Vaishnavism, inside that covering is three dandas, three big dandas, and these dandas represent mind, body, and words. And for Vaishnavas, there's a small danda on the top which is representing the jiva. So the sannyasi who holds this danda, because his life has to be very straight, clear, simple, just like this danda, like a stick. Danda means stick. So he is dedicating his life, jiva, he's dedicating his BMW, body, mind, and words, all to the service of the Lord. And also, we see sometimes the sannyasi wears a kind of uttari around their neck, it is called dor. Like this, these are the dressing styles, the different styles of the brahmachari and sannyasi. Now, having said that, there are some sannyasis who do not carry the danda and walk around, because as per shastras there are four types of sannyasis: kutichaka, bahudaka, parivrajaka and paramahamsa. A kutichaka is one who goes begging alms. He's a new sannyasi, right? He carries his danda. But someone who is a paramahamsa, he does not need to carry his danda because he has been serving for so long. He's more preaching, difficult in traveling. So, as one advances, one may not carry. So, this is the dressing style. Just by seeing and observing carefully, one can distinct between who is a brahmachari and who is a sannyasi. Other than that, details are the same. They all wear tilak. Both brahmachari and sannyasis, they have shika on their head. So, that's all similar. But this dressing style from the dhoti and some color, one can understand. Second is their social hierarchy. Brahmacharis are a student life, the student phase, the training phase. It's a simple life. They're studying shastras, they're doing some seva as they're told. And for a brahmachari, if they have a desire to get married, they can move on to the next ashram, which is grihastha ashram. So this brahmachari is actually a starting stage. In fact, everybody needs to be trained in brahmacharya, how to live, how to eat, how to walk, how to talk, how to control the senses. This is basic training, very important training under the guru, this brahmacharya training. And later, if they have a desire, if they want to get married, they know how to conduct their life. They can go through grihastha stage, and even grihastha, they can move on to varna prashta stage. And therefore, the sannyas stage comes as the fourth stage in the varna ashram system. That is the highest stage. So there's a difference. Brahmachari is the very initial starting stage, and sannyas is the highest stage of the social order. In this stage, there is no talk of marriage only. They do not get married. They cannot get married. So therefore, from the hierarchy point of view, there's a big difference. Sannyasis are like very senior, and brahmacharis are just training people. Third point is about the functionality. So brahmacharis by nature, they listen to the authorities of the temple. They are focused on improving oneself, focus on sadhana, seva, and they're just trying to learn to develop compassion for society. So therefore, brahmacharis mostly are preachers by circumstance, because this is what the temple needs. This is what they know that is good for them, right? We see brahmacharis, if they stay in temple, those who are initiated, they'll have the name Das, so and so Das, right? And everyone calls them Prabhu. If they will write their name somewhere, they will put, it will be written as HG, His Grace. So this is a brahmachari. Uh, we call them Prabhu. They have Das. They put the name His Grace. They are preachers by circumstance, trying to develop compassion. Whereas a sannyasi, they are leaders of society. They give inspiration. They travel around. The brahmachari may be fixed to a certain temple, attached to a temple, serving a certain yatra. But the sannyasi, they keep traveling, moving from temple to temple, place to place, area to area, preaching. These are the people who become gurus. They give inspiration. They are preachers by compassion, right? And their only purpose is to awaken the remembrance of Krishna in the hearts of everyone. When they take sannyas initiation, they are given the names so and so Goswami, so and so Swami. They don't carry the Das, right? And we call them Maharaj, right? And when they have to write their name, there's a prefix of HH, His Holiness. So like this, we can see big difference, and it's a very important question. I think sometimes people make a mistake when they see a sannyasi, they call him Prabhu. When they see a brahmachari, they call Maharaj. So we should learn this and understand these differences so that we can respect these personalities, brahmacharis or sannyasis, in their right way. Hare Krishna.